bang. It's March Madness golf style. The Dell Webb Match play in Austin, Texas. Hook 'em, right, Dustin?
Right, baby.
Yeah, hook 'em sucks. So, Dustin and Price actually, I didn't get the invite a couple years ago. They went to it pre-COVID to the match play. They saw actually how short all these golfers are. So, they might tell you a couple good stories on this pod. But in this pod, we're going to break down our bracket. Now, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to pick who all we want and go through it in a pretty quick manner. However, you cannot just pick who we like because to survive in advance, because there are salaries on DraftKings. And as I switch screens, I'm going to have Dustin kind of go over, not kind of, he's going to go over the point scoring for DraftKings. Let's hear it, Dustin.
All right, so you're going to get 3 points for a hole one. You're going to get 0.75 for a hole that's halved, minus 0.75 for a hole lost. Holes not played, you're going to get plus 1.6. So, let's say your golfer wins on the 15th. The other golfer can't win at that point. Well, you get 1.6 for the last 3 holes. Matches won plus 5 points, matches halved plus 2. And then you have a couple streaks this week. No birdie streaks, but you get a 3 holes, 1 consecutive streak. You get 5 points, and that can only be done 1 time per round. And then if you don't lose any holes in the match, you get plus 7.5. And that's the basic rundown of the points. Obviously the bracket comes into play because, the worst thing you can have is 2 guys playing each other early in the tournament. So obviously the lineup construction is going to be very important this week.
Yeah. So behind the paywall on the deep dive, Price is going to break down, but we're going to give you a couple pointers, right? Like, you never want to pick 2 people from one group. Like, you don't want to pick DJ and Kevin Na. Why? Because only one person makes it out of the group. So that would eliminate you from future points really quickly. This could be a good week to where a lot of noobs might play. They might not understand the format, and you will get a leg up. Now, as the industry has grown, that's less and less the case, but that can definitely be the case. So the biggest thing when you construct your lineups for DraftKings, make sure you look at your bracket and don't pick 2 guys from the same bracket, and typically you would want them to be spaced out a good bit. Now, there's a lot of upsets. Last year, the winner was Kevin Kisner. So just because we got DJ up there doesn't mean you need to put DJ all the way. Crazy stuff happens. It's match play, 1 round, anything can happen. And match play is just so different than stroke play. Triple bogey doesn't necessarily kill you. A couple triple bogeys, no big deal. So let's get into it. Now, if we do pick all the great players, it will be hard to construct your lineup like that, right? Because they're going to cost the most. But let's get into it. We'll start with DJ in the Kevin Na group. And, are we just clicking DJ and moving on?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's not even, I don't think we need to even commute.
I think overall he's got the easiest path, especially to the quarterfinals. So you're
gonna talk smack about Sanjay M and Henley, who
there's also 22 golfers who have never played match play in their professional careers who are in this tournament, which is Sanjay and Perez and that. So there's a third of the field has never played this format as a professional. I believe college they play it fairly often, but obviously it's different level of competition here.
For sure. It's awesome how many great players are actually playing in the match play. I love it. I think there should be more match plays in golf too, but that's a different topic. But Price going to come in every once in a while. He's a little under the weather. He's a trooper. He's going to come in with a couple of dingers, give us some good
like
one-liners.
Victor Perez in this pod over Sanjay and Henley.
I'm picking Henley.
I'm picking Henley. So we'll do 2 of 3 to make this rapid fire in a way. So who do you want, Price? Or do you really want M?
I'm fading it. I'm not going to touch M.
Not for DraftKings, but we're not doing DraftKings here. We are doing for
I know. I'm not going to use Perez in DraftKings, but I think he'll win that pod.
I like Henley.
But if y'all both like Henley, pick Henley.
All right, we got Henley. Next up, Webb Simpson, Paul Casey.
I like PC. This one's
Gooch.
Gooch is playing really well too.
I think it's between Simpson and Casey because of the course design. They both do very well on Pete Dye courses.
And guess what? Paul Casey's been doing good lately.
And Paul Casey historically has done very well in match play.
Okay, we'll do Paul Casey. And, I mean, it's a shorter course. Webb Simpson, that's going to be good for. Proximity, a couple things, 100, 125, 125 to 150, a couple stats to throw out there at you. Always strokes gained approach. Let's move on to, this is actually a hell group. This is a hell group. Talk to me, Price. Talk to me.
Sergio for me.
The local resident, Sergio. I think Westwood showed he's gassed. Wallace, I don't think.
Hatton, though.
This game fixed. It's between Sergio and Hatton, and I'll take Sergio.
Just because he's a local, does he play this course a lot? I mean, it's a pretty exclusive. I know he's Sergio, but I don't think he has that hometown. He hasn't lived in Austin that long. And this course is, I mean, I don't know. I don't think he plays it a bunch. So
someone who hates Hatton, you're sure trying to click him.
He's won his pod the last 2 years it's been played, I believe, too. So,
all right, Garcia. That one's wrong. All right, next up, Bryson. Man, we got Fleetwood and Siwoo in this, and Price loves Siwoo.
This is an interesting one.
He won $35K on Fleetwood one year. And then we got Bryson, who's changing the game, or at least some people say.
Don't forget about Antoine.
All right.
We forgot about him.
He's forgot about.
I think it's Siwoo.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. You know what? I like Siwoo too.
Oh,
you know why?
A Pete Dye course, and he's done well.
It doesn't matter what you say, Dustin. It's 2-1.
I mean, you have all drivable. I mean, not drivable, but you have all reachable par fives and 2. You got a drivable par 4. You got Bryson, who's literally gaining strokes all over the place. Just won a tournament, and y'all are going with Siwoo Kim. I mean,
you know what? Dustin's making a solid point because
so let's say Bryson beats Siwoo, but then loses to Fleetwood and somehow halves with Rosner.
He's not going to half.
And Siwoo beats both of them. All it takes is 2 wins.
What if the world is flat? I mean,
or if Bryson and Fleetwood tie and Siwoo beats both of them.
You say that for any group.
I will say, I think Bryson is really good for good or worse. He could go 0-3, and I think he can go 3-0 easily. Because
match play suits him because he can
match
blow
play
up.
Does, and it doesn't matter. So you know what? I retract. Dustin, if you pick Bryson, we're switching it. Who are you picking, Dustin?
Oh, Bryson.
Okay, Bryson. I think he's gonna.
I figured you like the underdogs, kind of like ACU.
I do, but Bryson's one of those guys. I think he's like Draymond Green, where you either love him or you hate him, and he's kind of worn on me a little bit. So, and he's really good. So,
I watched a couple of YouTube videos of him on some YouTuber channel, and I was like, man, you know what? I kind of like this guy now. So, just for that, I'm switching. Not really just for that, but I do think he's going to blow up some holes, but it's not going to matter. Stroke play, this course, I think, would be tough for Bryson personally, but for this format, it's good. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. This is going to be so much fun.
I wish I was going again this year.
You can. You literally are 20 minutes away from the course.
It's like $1,300 a ticket.
It's too pricey this year because they're not letting as many people in.
Yeah. What's $1,300?
A mortgage payment?
You just won $1,000 playing our boys' picks.
I know. Shout out
to DFS Dads. Cousin Timmy, our NBA analyst, just hit us big last night on NBA. So we appreciate you, Timmy. If you haven't, go check us out. Use code Dustin because he clearly has the best coupon code. He gives the best discount. So put Dustin in there and join up. Become part of the family. All right.
I think this group is interesting too. because you got Zalatoris obviously playing really well. Kokrak's, obviously shown some flash, and then you got Finau, who was playing great. And then Fratelli was even in it until we picked him a couple weeks ago.
All right.
And then he popped off the day after too.
Yeah.
You know when NFL draft says the pick is in? The pick is in. Tony Finau. Everybody on board?
Nope.
Dustin?
Price is all underdog this week.
Dustin, who do you like?
I'll leave this one up to Price because I like Zala or Finau, so I'll leave it up to Price.
He's gonna say Fratelli or something. He's not gonna say Fratelli, no way. But
it's Zala or Finau. So we'll let you win this one.
You know what? Well, okay, let's just break it down real quick. Why would you want Zalatoris over Finau?
He's a better ball striker, and Finau chokes. That's about the reasons.
Have you seen Zalatoris' putting stroke?
Yeah, it's about as good as your jump shot.
Bro, my mid-range sucks, but my 3-pointer is not bad.
Garbage is garbage.
All right, who do y'all want?
I'd say Tony's fine.
No, I don't care. I like both. Price is up to you.
Finau.
All right, good. That's gonna be a fun matchup. All right, Hovland, answer. Strowman, Weisberger. And Price is having some tech difficulties, as you can see on your right-hand corner. Dustin, lead us off.
I mean, man, another tough group. I mean, Answer's been playing well. Hovland, obviously, up until he had a bad round, but he's been really good. Strowman played really well last week at times. Then Weisberger, the Euro guy. I think my gut, for whatever reason, is going with Answer.
Yeah. My gut's going with Answer. Hovland is the best golfer in this group. Yeah. I do think when I look through this bracket, we don't have a lot of underdogs. So my heart is saying Hovland. My brain is saying Answer.
We'll see what P has to say if he ever gets his.
I don't think he's
We'll come back
to him. All right. Kawa, amazing ball striker. Horschel, Homa, and Poston. This is a fun group.
Yeah, this is a fun little 8-man bracket here.
I have to go old school with my mic now. About to break the shit. I would say Answer in the one above.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I just was a little worried about. Hovland is the best golfer, but Answer I think is going to with the distance, this course setup. All right, Kawa. What does this come down? Post is playing good golf. Home was playing good golf. Horschel likes to mock fans that they suck. And Kawa is the best iron player on tour.
I mean, he's just telling the truth. I mean,
it is the truth.
It is the truth, whether people like it or not.
It is the truth. Price?
For these purposes, I'll say Kawa.
What the hell does that mean for these purposes?
I mean, we're picking who we think has the best chance to actually win, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yep. Dustin?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I really like Billy Ho. JT?
Yes.
Forget the defending champion.
Defending champ, top 2 the other year. I'm just gonna write him off so quickly.
Yes. All right. All right. Here we go. Spieth is a winner.
It's a tough group, but me and Price saw him last year here. He didn't play or 2 years ago.
How did he do 2 years ago, Dustin?
I don't think he did that great because he was not hitting the ball very well.
Yeah.
Plus, that was like during the time when he was terrible. All of a sudden, he got really good.
Yeah, he was an amateur back then.
Yeah.
Amateur with 3 majors, 4 majors. Does he have 4? If he has 4, that's incredible.
I think so.
I think he does too. Man, I'm gonna say Spieth. Connors is intriguing, and Fitzpatrick. Man, that these two play. I'm out on Wolf.
Yeah,
but we all agree we're out on Wolf.
I'm gonna go Corey Connors.
Chris's favorite thing, CC.
All right. Well, I would go with Spieth, but I lost.
But all three of those guys have been playing. I mean, Spieth, Fitzpatrick. I think Fitzpatrick has like 4 top 12s in a row.
I mean, let's just do this. All right. Next up. Should I? Oh man. Harmon is actually kind of intriguing here because.
So you auto-click JT over Connors and didn't auto-click DJ over Henley?
No, absolutely not. I kind of like Henley over DJ.
You're crazy.
Yeah. That's what match play is. Crazy.
Who gave him in charge of the mouse?
Oh my God. Anyways, this is Cantlay. He's going to beat all three of them.
Agreed.
This is a very hard group, I think.
Bubba, didn't he win? Was it two
Bubba is
3 years ago.
Historically really good at match play.
So is Reed, though.
Yes.
I like Reed.
So obviously for DK purposes, it's different. But for this, I think Reed is the favorite to win.
Yeah.
Where we at?
You know where I'm at.
Jeffy. This is a really tough group because you got Day, who's played really well here. Won it twice, I think.
Got the old UT alumni back in Austin.
Back in his hometown or college course. And then
Shoffley's the best golfer out of all 4 of these guys.
It don't matter match play, right?
Matter.
All right, Dustin, you're the deciding factor.
This one's tough. I kind of want to just stay away from it completely.
Sullivan?
So Andy Sullivan.
I feel like I have a leaning towards Sheffy. Just because, like.
All right.
Because you know how to say his name.
Poulter's actually pretty intriguing here.
He's a good head-to-head guy. That's for sure.
He is a match play guru. Cam Smith is the pick.
And Ian's one of those guys I used to hate that I've come around and I really like now.
Price, why am I don't want to pick McIlroy?
Because you crazy.
Who's the play in this?
He's due.
Rory.
He's due.
All right.
Rory's gonna beat the brakes off those fools.
Cam Smith is actually pretty damn good though. Man, I've used all these guys and they've all won me money and they've all lost me lots of money. I can't stand Berger.
Just because you don't like his golf swing?
I don't like that every time I play him. He sucks. Same with Hatton. All right, John Rahm.
I'd click him twice. Yeah.
How do I click him? There we go.
There you go.
All right, next up.
There you go. This is a tough one.
Ooh.
I'm going PC myself.
I think Casey's better than Sergio.
But Sergio's one of those guys that blows up.
I like PC against DJ. Just going to throw that out there. We'll come back to that.
Mad scientist, dude.
Yeah. Bryson. I think Answer upsets Morikawa.
Ooh.
Who you got here?
Answer.
No. Bryson. Idiot.
We'll see who's got those green screens on
DJ
Sunday.
or Casey?
You already said you want to pick Casey, so go ahead and pick Casey.
No, Dustin. Dustin's the deciding factor.
Why am I the deciding factor?
Because Price picks DJ. I pick Casey. Go ahead.
I mean, DJ's a better golfer.
This is match play.
Yeah, and they're playing head-to-head. Taking the better golfer. And DJ's one of those, like, it doesn't matter how he's played. Like, we all have seen that many times over.
Where
do we screw up here?
Nothing.
Okay, here you go.
You didn't pick one of those two yet.
Oof.
I think Reed over Cantlay.
I think Reed's in a little better form.
I think he just has the grit to win.
This is tough for Price.
Rory.
I'm going Scheffler.
I'm going Scheffler.
Dang.
Rahm or Scheffler? I'm going Rahm. 100% Rahm.
Well,
you know what? I don't care. I got the mouse. All right. JT or Patrick Reed? This is y'all. Because I'm biased.
JT.
This is a hell Final Four here, boys.
If this happens, everyone's DraftKings are screwed.
Yeah,
JT versus John Rahm, DJ versus Bryson. Woo!
I think Rahm and DJ.
I like Bryson. Dustin.
I like Bryson. He's playing better golf right now.
All right. Price decides the winner.
Well, he liked DJ over Bryson.
I know.
So Rahm.
No, I Price can't decide the winner because what if I did this?
Rahm.
All right, then we'll pick Rahm.
JT.
DJ beats JT. JT's weak. It's the Alabama thing, you know.
I have a feeling there's no way this happens like
5.
that.
No,
all right.
At all.
This is a perfect bracket.
But it's like the NCAA bracket, right?
No, this is perfect. It's different. We gotta save these picks. We'll do that a little bit later. We don't want to see your password. Bro, that's legit. How much fun would that Final Four be?
It'd be a fun Sunday.
That would be so much fun. This is a fun course too, because it's so up and down.
Water.
This is a course that if you're from Austin, it's very hard to play. It's very exclusive, very old, very private, fun course.
Middle of the city, basically. You got to take a shuttle to get there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ice knows.
Yep.
All right, boys. So for DraftKings purposes, I mean, this was all fun. We're going to, especially in our Slack, break down a lot to make sure everybody knows. But if you're watching this and you've watched this far, you're probably a member. Or what are you doing with your life? At least pull up this bracket and make sure you're not screwing yourself and entering people like, even entering someone like DJ, and then if you think Henley's going to make it, then they both match up the next round. So just use a little common sense and don't go down that road. Any last words, Price, as you're a seasoned match play?
You just want to try to pick guys who can match up in the round of 16 at the worst, if not the quarterfinals. It's going to be tough, obviously, to get all 6 people into the quarterfinals. So you're going to have to pick and choose. Or if you just want to go, I think it was last time out, someone blitzed everybody in their group, but lost the head-to-head. And so they were actually in the winning lineup, having not advanced out of the group stage. But, I mean, there's going to be some people who just dominate, and then some people like, you know, a Berger who, if he's out of it after 2 rounds, he's not going to play his third match. He'll just forfeit.
Yeah.
So you got to be kind of lucky there. I hope no one gets hurt. Huh?
Well, you got to call out Berger, not like Ortiz or something.
Because Berger's a bitch who's withdrawn multiple times.
Yeah.
Literally at a WGC, he hit his tee shot and then withdrew so he could get his check.
Yep.
Tweaked his back, dude.
No, not at all.
That sounds like a Price move, though. So I don't know how you're hating.
That does sound like a Price move.
What are you talking about?
Price is the guy who we're playing golf on a Sunday, and this is before we got started DFS Dads. He's doing pretty well on DFS, so DraftKings for golf this week. We're playing golf in real life. Like, we never get to do this. He's over here refreshing, like dopamine hitting every 10 seconds because he wants to refresh to see what his guys are doing, to see how much money he can make. I'm like, bro, just enjoy the time out here. You play twice a year.
Yeah, find a nitro in the middle of the fairway.
Bro, nitro's in the middle of the fairway. When
Well,
you play
I mean, if you ask our
one,
subs, they're going to say that DK money is probably better than your company.
I disagree. They like that we have camaraderie. And then they also like taking Timmy's picks of last night and making all that money.
All
right.
Don't be penal.
We got John Rahm, Mr. He swings to his shoulder. It's insane how far he hits the ball. For his swing is literally, it's a half a swing.
Him and Finau.
It's nuts.
Well, when you're a normal sized human being, you can do that and get away with it. Most golfers are like 5'8".
No, how can John Rahm generate that much power swinging halfway? Dustin's a 6'2" machine, and he can barely get it 250.
He's got T-Rex arms.
It doesn't matter. Like,
he has the arms of someone 5'8".
Yeah, I got the legs of someone 5'4".
Like back to when we were at the match play last year, Tiger was there, or 2 years ago. Tiger was there, and Rory and JT, and they were tiny. I just couldn't believe how small they were and how freaking far they can crush the ball. Crazy.
Yeah, they're not very big at all. Like Rahm, Rose, and Brooks.
Finau
are like normal size. Everybody else is.
How tall is Rahm? Like 5'11"?
No, he's like 6'1".
Yes.
Rose is like 6'2". Phil's pretty big too.
Phil's legit like 6'3.5", right?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He got real close to
Woodland.
Woodland. Yeah, he wasn't a big guy either.
No, he's just he was built. I think he's lost a bunch of weight.
He's a stud basketball player, as everybody says. I've never seen him shoot a basketball. I would love to see him actually play, but
he could give you some pointers.
You got the curls going on over there, Price. Your left arm is going to be super strong tomorrow after holding that mic all night.
Nah, this is light.
You just have to get that washer up a little bit, and then unplug it, and then spin it around. You're good.
I know. I'm having trouble with the washer. I'm about to break this shit and buy new.
I got one question for Price before we go. Have y'all actually sat in those home theater chairs and watched a movie?
Yeah. We'll come up here, the kiddo. We'll hop in and watch movies.
No, I'm serious though. Do you actually?
Yeah.
Okay. I dig it.
JP and I watch movies up here probably once every week, if not once every 2 weeks. Usually on Sundays.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. All right. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all are the best. And use coupon code Dustin because he just lets everybody get off with murder. All right. We'll see y'all.